Hey, first of all, thank you for clicking this video. Before he died, Steve Jobs said something we should all hear. Not about business, not about success, but about life, about what really matters in the end. And maybe this message isn't just his, maybe it's also yours. A message you needed today, so stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you won't just hear words, you'll remember what truly matters. And if you stay until the end, you might walk away with something you didn't know you needed: clarity, strength, peace. I'm lying here, in a quiet hospital room. There's a small window, and the light outside is soft, golden, like a memory. Inside, everything is still. No noise, no voices, only the sound of machines. Beep, beep, beep. My hands feel cold, my chest is tired, but my mind is full of thoughts, full of memories, full of everything I never said. I know this may be my last night, and I want to say something to you, to anyone listening, maybe to myself. When I was young, I had big dreams. I believed I could do something great, something important. I didn't know how, but I felt it in my heart. I didn't come from money. I didn't have connections. I wasn't the smartest person in the room, but I had one thing. I had hunger to grow, hunger to prove that I was worth something. So I worked hard every single day. No vacations, no weekends, no balance. People told me to slow down, to enjoy life, to spend more time with family. But I said, I'll rest when I'm done. I thought success would bring peace, but peace never came, because I always wanted more. I remember the old garage. It smelled like oil and wood. There were boxes everywhere. That's where it all started, with an old laptop, some tools, and a crazy idea. Some nights I cried. Some nights I shouted at the wall, but I kept going, because I believed in the dream, because I had nothing else then. People noticed, they liked what I built, they started buying it. Then came the articles, the interviews, the awards, the money, the power, everything I ever wanted. It was finally mine. But now, here I am, breathing slowly, watching my chest rise and fall, feeling the weight of the silence, and all I can ask is, what was it all for? Was I happy? Maybe, sometimes, but many nights I felt alone. I missed birthdays, I missed phone calls, I missed quiet dinners, and soft hugs, and real conversations. I told myself, I'm doing this for them, but maybe I was doing it to escape something. Maybe I was just afraid of stopping, afraid of being nothing, afraid of not being remembered. Now I understand something I didn't before. The world doesn't need more billionaires. It needs more present fathers, more kind sons, more honest friends, more people who listen, who care, who are there tonight. With tubes in my arms and cold hands in mine, I finally understand. I built a great company, but I lost little pieces of myself along the way. Now, in the quiet, I wonder, what would I do differently if I had one more chance? I had everything: the cars, the house, the big office with the view, my name on the wall. People clapped when I walked in. They said I was a genius, a leader, a success, but they didn't see what I left behind, what I ignored, what I lost. I remember my mother's hands, soft, warm, always cooking, always waiting. One day she called me. She said, "Come visit. I made your favorite meal." But I was too busy. I told her I had meetings, deadlines, important things. She didn't say anything. She just said, "Okay, I understand." But I know it hurt. That night, I stayed late in the office, alone, looking at a screen. And I missed a moment that will never come back. A simple dinner, a smile, a story she wanted to tell. Gone. I remember my son. He was 5. He drew a picture for me. It was me and him, holding hands under a tree. He ran to my desk. "Look, Daddy." But I was on the phone. I nodded. I said, "Nice, I'll see it later." I never saw it again. He waited and waited. Then he walked away, quiet. That picture was more important than any call. But I didn't see it then. Now I do. I used to think love was a distraction. I thought, I'll love later. First, I need to build. But love doesn't wait. It needs time. It needs presence. It needs you. People say, work hard for your family. But what your family wants is not your money. They want your eyes, your laughter, your hand to hold, your voice saying, "I'm here." I skipped meals, skipped sleep. I treated my body like a machine, always working, always moving. I said, I'll rest when I'm rich, but my body wasn't waiting. It broke. Slowly, silently now. I would give all the money I made just to walk in the sun, to run, to dance in the kitchen, to feel alive again. What really matters. A warm hug, a good morning kiss, a quiet walk, the smell of rain, the sound of your child laughing, your mother's voice, your father's advice, dinner with no phones, a message that says, I miss you. You think you'll have time. You think, I'll fix it tomorrow. But time is not a promise. It's a gift, and we waste it, like it will never end. If you're listening to me now, please, go hug someone, say what you feel, call that person, apologize, forgive, be there. Nothing I built, nothing I owned, will be in this hospital room with me, but I wish I could bring my son's drawing, my mother's smile, my father's last hug, that laugh at dinner with friends. That morning I watched the sunrise with someone I loved. Those are the treasures. Those are the moments. That's the real wealth. Now I see everything clearly, but it's too late to change my story. So if you still have time, please don't waste it. Live while you're alive. Even when you feel broken, something powerful is still inside you, and then something changed. Not outside, inside. I remember that moment clearly. I had hit my lowest point. I had cried in silence. I had screamed without making a sound. I had looked for someone to save me, but no one came. And in that emptiness, in that cold and quiet space where I felt forgotten, I found someone me. It wasn't a big moment. No lights, no noise, just me, looking at my own reflection. For the first time, I didn't see a loser. I didn't see a failure. I saw someone still alive, someone still fighting, someone who had been hurt, but who had not given up. I realized something powerful. I don't need to have it all together. I don't need to wait for the fear to go away. I don't need everyone to believe in me. But I only need one person to believe in me, and that person is me. So I said it out loud, slowly, strongly. You can do this. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. That moment changed everything. From that day, I started doing things differently. I got up, even when I didn't want to. I moved even when my body felt heavy. I spoke even when my voice was shaking. I faced people even when I wanted to hide. And with every little action, I got a little stronger, a little braver, a little louder. It wasn't easy, but it was real, and real is better than perfect. I stopped asking why me, and I started asking, what now? I let go of trying to please everyone. I let go of pretending to be okay. I let go of waiting for the right moment. There is no perfect moment. There is only this one. And I decided, this one is enough. I began to rebuild. One step, one breath, one choice at a time. I wrote my own story. I created new habits. I faced old fears. And slowly, I started becoming someone new. No, not someone new. Someone I was always meant to be. Fear didn't disappear. It still whispered. It still tried to stop me. But now, I just didn't listen, because I had found a stronger voice, my own. And now, to you who is watching this, if you are afraid, if you feel like giving up, if you think it's too late, let me tell you something, it's not. You are not done. You are not broken. You are becoming. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to keep walking, even with fear in your chest. You don't need to be confident. You just need to act, even with doubt in your mind. Because strength is not the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. So today, say it with me, I can, I will, I must. And tomorrow, say it again, and again, until your soul believes it, because you can do this, because you are worth it, because you are still here, and that means your story is not over yet.